So, the list of sentiments was a pretty outstanding document and declaration. Suppose that her supporters were seeming to believe that the idea of the vote was ridiculous came from a couple things. Before this document was made, it was in 1847. Women had predetermined areas where to sit. At the, do you believe it was a, was that at the World Anti-Slavery Convention? I'm sorry, 1840 was the year. At that time, it threw even that convention into a bit of a tizzy, and that just gives us a place or a idea of how it was determined they were to behave in that time period. And then not too long, after that, they began arguing for the right to vote, and other pretty large issues requiring men to be held to the same moral standards, and demanding for equal work and things of that nature for that time, for all women. And nowadays, it's a lot of that is seen as automatic. It's, at least from my current perspective, and even her constituents were concerned with how it would overshadow what their other issues were. It wasn't just about the vote. It was about a lot of the other things that they were wanting to be equal with. And by giving women the vote, it would truly give them a voice, not just in the home or in their groups or with their peers, but on a national level. And it would greatly empower their ideals as women, and it would open up doors to show what would be their, I would say, right and wrong. Because at that time, it was only men controlling, society with laws, and the requirements for behavior, quite obviously. Giving suffrage would change individuals based on the fact of gaining the confidence to operate as a sovereign individual in a society, and being able to conduct oneself on their own merit. The change for social groups, I would think that as a social group, giving some of that power to them would greatly increase their activity in their daily lives, as far as probably even the markets. What do they want to buy? What do they believe that they should have a hand with textiles, or even opening their own businesses and pushing farther in that direction? And lastly, women's suffrage to change American society. I mean, it obviously did. You've seen through this, and just, I mean, through quick Google searches, you can see that from this point forward, we're seeing the first woman elected into a political office, and giving her that access of the window of power to maintain herself, maintain others' districts of society in itself. And not only would it change policy, but it would dictate how possibly in that area that woman was elected, how their perception is. Men would be taking a step back out of those roles, or being more concerned with assisting rather than leading all the time. Really to create a space where there's two, in a way, like, not just to have the woman at home to assist them, but be there for that your woman at home. Be there for her, and actually support and be caring for that person, and to help push them forward, and not just how can anything benefit them. It would open a great place for, I mean, economic change, societal change. Just by giving that vote, we give women the ability to change the course and the direction of what's going on.